Hi guys, welcome back to Reading the Word and Understanding the Bible verse. Today I read Joel chapter 1, 2, and 3, and what I find interesting is in Joel, God uses locusts for the second time in the Bible. So the first time, the Israelites are in Egypt, and Moses goes to the Pharaoh and says, "Let my people go." And the Pharaoh says no, so locusts come and swarm the land of Egypt, eating everything. That's exactly what happens to Joel during this time in Israel, is that the locusts come and devour everything in the land. There is nothing that the locusts miss. It says that they are like teeth of a lion and fangs of a lioness. That means they just come and devour anything green. Anything that these locusts could eat is gone. And that's an interesting way how God describes it. So that happens in chapter 1. Chapter 2 of Joel, it talks about this great army of locusts and how big and the darkness and gloom, it looked like a cloud covering the sun. That's how big this storm of locusts was back in this time. Devouring anything it could eat. Going into the city walls, climbing on the houses, like thieves entering through the window. I mean, think about that, of how much locusts there really has to be able to devour everything in the land. It's really amazing if you just picture it. And then not only that, but God still has a heart and love for his people, for Israel. And so, during that time, God still wants to pour his love on his people, which he does, because it says right here, the Lord answers. So when the Lord answers, is that the locusts end up going to the eastern sea and western sea, and the locusts end up dying, and there end up being a stench when they die in the sea. That's how much locust is. You end up smelling the deadness from the sea. That's God to give you that image of how amazing and how thick these locusts were in the land during that time. Not only that, but God still poured his love and blessing on the people and gave him rain and gave him showers of flood came and overflowed the land with new wine and new oil. So he restored the land for the Israelites. And he poured out his love and blessing on them. Not only that, but the people were filled with the Holy Spirit during this time, which was really, really cool. So the people who lived through this were filled with the Holy Spirit and the love of Jesus during this time. Well, they didn't know Jesus, but we know Jesus. So they were filled with the Holy Spirit during this time. And then, in chapter 3, what I find interesting, it says that the judgment of the people who were in these nations. So, it was Tyre, Sidon, and the regions of Philistia. So, these countries who carried out the Judah and Jerusalem during this time, they carried them out of their homeland. God brought all these people back. And when he brought all these people back, he not only blessed the Israelites, but the other lands were either wasted and didn't have any value anymore, because God had a war and blessed the Israelites to win. So I pray that this helps you guys today to know that, just to be blessed to know that we're not living during these hard times as the Israelites. We go to the store and get food. We're not starving like the Israelites did, but we still could go through the pain and suffering that they went through. That hasn't changed. And we have to remember that during our time in suffering, we just have to remember to pray to God and ask Him to come and help us. That's the main part of joy, is that He has to be on your mind. You have to be thinking about Him all the time, or else you're going to fall like the Israelites did. So I pray that helps you guys today. Pray that you guys have a good day, blessed day. Love you guys, and God bless.